Meghan Markle leaves child shocked after snubbing free hug on Tonga trip with Harry. Meghan Markle arrived with Prince Harry to meet the Tongan Prime Minister Akilai Pohaiva and his cabinet on the second day of the royal couple's visit to the island nation. Meghan Markle looked stunning in stripes as she arrived to meet the leader, before leaving one child distraught when she appeared to snub an offer of a free hug. The Duchess, wearing a Martin Grant dress, and her husband, Prince Harry, were met by more than 50 civil servants wearing red and black shirts and traditional outfits as they entered the St. George government buildings for a meeting with Prime Minister Akilai Pohaiva and his cabinet. A small child, clearly delighted by the royal couple's appearance, held a sign saying "Free Hugs," which Meghan spotted and smiled at. However, as the boy looked on, Meghan smiled, but did not stop to hug him, leaving the little boy gobsmacked. The sign read, "Free Hugs." Malo Ilelai. Harry and Meghan. But clearly, pregnant Meghan had her eyes on the job at hand. The young boy then fell to the ground in disappointment, clearly disheartened and dejected by Meghan's apparent snub. But thankfully, the playful young boy was later pictured smiling as the Duke and Duchess were welcomed by their hosts. He smiled from ear to ear as he lifted his head up from the floor, not letting the moment dampen his spirits as Meghan Markle and Prince Harry went about their engagement at the government building. The Duke of Sussex said the entertainment at the official welcome reception was very good as he met the Tongan Prime Minister. After meeting the Tongan Prime Minister and his cabinet, the Duke and Duchess will head to the Whanelua Convention Centre to look at traditional handicrafts, mats and tapa cloths later on Friday. At the Tupu College, the Sussexes will dedicate 2 forest reserves to the Queen's Commonwealth canopy before leaving from Fuamotu Airport for Sydney. When the couple arrived in Tonga, they attended a banquet, which Harry said was like visiting an extended family. He said, "My grandparents have visited a number of times and your majesties have been frequent visitors to see my family over the years. We have a strong bond as members of the Commonwealth, we share so much history and common values." Tongan soldiers served with our allies during the First and Second World Wars and later independently to offer support in Iraq and Afghanistan. Tongan hospitality is world-renowned. Your islands are stunningly beautiful, offering tourists rugged coastlines, humpback whales and coral reefs. Much has been made of Meghan's well-being, with many including Prince Harry reminding the Duchess to pace herself as she undertakes engagements during the grueling 16-day tour of the region. On Thursday evening, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex mingled with dignitaries at a glitzy evening event hosted by the King and Queen of Tonga at Consular House in the capital Nuku'alofa. Meghan met Justice Charles Cato, a New Zealand judge, and his Russian wife, Miriam. Mrs. Cato, who is a doctor, asked pregnant Meghan to take care of herself as she continues her busy overseas tour. Mrs. Cato said, "I asked, how does she feel? She responded, very well, thank you. I said no visible signs yet." The Duke and Duchess previously took in the sights in Australia and Fiji, where they were both received with rapturous welcomes. But Harry was said to be deeply concerned over a security scare on Wednesday, which saw Meghan Markle rushed out of a planned engagement at a busy market in Fiji. The dramatic moment came on Wednesday as pregnant Meghan visited the market in Fiji's capital Suva but left after just 7 minutes. Meghan, 37, stepped out on her own for the trip, while 34-year-old Harry attended a separate engagement. Hundreds of people gathered to see the Duchess at the market, but Meghan was hurried out early due to fears over her security.